Clem Snide,
Spare Ass Annie,
the Intolerable Kid, Fritz the Janitor,
Dr. Benway,
Hassan the Liquefactionist. Do any of these characters ring a bell to you?
Cardiac arrest, goddammit.
How about the Wild Fruits, Abe the Fuzz Lover, Limestone John, and the Rube? Well, if not, you're not alone. And if so, you're probably familiar with the star of this episode. And that's none other than the American author, artist, and all-around agent provocateur, William S. Burroughs. He was a lifelong junkie, a procurer of young men, and a murderer. All right, well, welcome aboard the Nova Express, and let's get rolling. William Seward Burroughs was born into a blue blood family of considerable wealth in St. Louis, Missouri in 1914, and then made his way to Harvard in 1932. During his Crimson days, he was known to clandestinely frequent gay bars in Boston and New York, but he was closeted, as most of the LGBT community would have been in those days, for well-founded fears of being ostracized and worse. The genesis of what would become known as the Beat Generation began to take shape. We're essentially a loose collection of friends comprised of a mostly but not entirely cabal of highly educated counterculture oddballs that collaborated with each other in Greenwich Village on various literary and artistic pursuits. After a brief stop in Rome, he goes to Morocco, the international zone in Tangier in particular, where life was cheap and young men and drugs were widely available. He gets down to business and begins composing what would become his most famous work, Naked Lunch. Now nearing 50, Burroughs parlayed his growing reputation as a hipster godfather into 3 new works, which followed in quick succession, known as the Nova Trilogy. They were The Soft Machine, 1961, The Ticket That Exploded, 1962, and Nova Express, 1964. Burroughs produced another trilogy of works in the early to mid-1980s. These were Cities of the Red Night, 1981, The Place of Dead Roads, 1983, and The Western Lands, 1987. Burroughs' final recorded performance was fittingly an appearance in the music video Last Night on Earth by U2, which was filmed in Kansas City. His final written words were etched into his personal diary 3 days before his death, and they read, "Love, what is it? Most natural painkiller what there is. Love."